Hello friends, welcome to another video. So if your phone isn't ringing and you keep refreshing your WhatsApp to waiting for more leads to pop up and your team has nothing to do it, then you are merely surviving on your old clients, then hear me out. If this is the situation of your consultancy, then you are at the right time to the right video. So in the next few couple of minutes, I'll tell you what to do and how to overcome of this situation. So, what's your actual problem? Let's be honest for a second. If you are struggling to fall into one of this below criteria, then you are in the real danger. So, number one, nobody wants this. If this is your situation, then hear me out, it's a demand problem. Second, if nobody is finding your businesses, then it's a visibility problem. And third, they are finding you, but they are not buying from you. There is a trust problem. So these are the three major problems your businesses are facing. So let's dive into one by one to how to deal with it and how to overcome with it. And until you correctly understand the situation, you keep on throwing time, money, and efforts to overcome that problem. Demand problem means the market is having the demand, but you are unable to complete that demand. So the best example is, let's suppose you open a shop of a mithai shop in crowded area, but nobody is coming to you. Is there any shortage of mithai in the demand issue? No, there is no shortage of demand of the getting the mithais from any other vendor. But if it is they are not finding your location or your mithai is trustworthy, then that is the issue. Second, the visibility problem. So you must have seen there are many good businesses, many good ventures, but due to just pure visibility, they don't sustain, they may end up getting in the losses. So the best example of this is the hotel industry. So even if it is the good hotel, if it is not in the crowded area or it doesn't fall into the visibility of that particular location, then they're merely going to get the losses. So this is the best example of visibility issue. And the third, as you know, the trust factor. So, as you know, the trust merely itself has a lot of meaning. When we talk about the trust, it's not only about to gaining understanding of the customer, but it's more on that. Because if when someone keeping you trust, they're not only keeping you trust, they're putting their hard-earned money, time, and energy to get them what they want in exchange of your services. So, what about these demands? Let's understand in deep dive. So if you understand from overall perspective, there are three major part of the demand. So let's understand one by one. So one is the declining demand, second one is excessive demand, and third one is the irregular demand. So you must be wondering, Amol, are these really matter when I'm working for the study abroad or any education platform or any education industry? Yes, it does matter. So instead of that, before going and understand your core lead problem, these are the issues I feel you should know about it. So first understand the declining demand. So you should focus whether my agency or consultancy are focusing the merely any declining universities or declining courses which are part of it, but I'm trying to fulfill it just because of I'm going to get the more number of leads. Here is one example which I try to quote. In the last season, when we work with the most of our consultant clients, there is trend which we saw where people are or as a consultant, you wanted to get the more commission from the major universities or the major countries like UK. But as a demand problem, there is not a demand issue. There is a supply because as a student, nobody is eager to go to UK. There might be multiple reasons why they don't want to go. Let's not get into that. But as a consultant, if you wanted to merely focusing and getting them to enroll for the UK instead of they don't want to go into that, that is the best example of declining demand. Yes, there is a declining of demand in the UK university or UK as a country whole. So this is the best example. Then the excessive demand, you're getting the demand more than you can handle it out. Yeah, it could be the situations of the US as a country when in the past couple of years USA was having the excessive demand. There were the people who are applying for more than they can accommodate into their universities. So that is the best example of excessive demand. And then there is an irregular demand. Irregular means these are the demands which basically regulate with different intervals and different scenarios. The best example is the Dubai or the Gulf market. If you see Earlier, Dubai is the one of the best destination for the all South Asian people because of their affordability, access, and the center of their physical location. But after the war scenarios, things have changed. So this is the one of the best example of irregular demand. Demand is driven by multiple factors like price, incomes, and their preferences, as well as their expectations of around the future prices or prices for the change. I think demand itself an issue. To fix this issue, you should focus on local as well as the regional leads, which will help you to find out to more on that. Then comes with the next problem is understanding the visibility issue. This section, what you come to know that the most common problem is the trust. But when it's actually coming down to visibility issue, the market, there are multiple factors. One is the market and brand visibility, and second one is the internal operational visibility. So let's understand one by one. Your website as well as the local listing is missing. So you're simply not getting the attention. That is the market as well as the brand visibility issue. So it can be fixed in many ways. But the second one is the internal and operational visibility. So if you don't have a one dashboard which will provide you a one-stop solution to understand your issues as well as the problem of your business, then that is the operational visibility as well as the team performance, which how they are performing and by what KPIs they are following and how much they are fulfilling. That is the operational visibility. So to tackle, if you break down it further, it comes down in three parts. So one is the product visibility, second one is the people visibility as well as the commercial visibility. So first understand the product visibility. So what does it mean by product? So whatever the product or the services or as in consultancy you are selling it, it should come up online as well as the offline where people can come, see, visit and come across and get a exposure of your product. That is called the product visibility. Second one is the people visibility. So here the people means the people who are associated in your consultancy or associated with your brand. So be it your frontline executives or consultants or as well as the manager or even if you. So you being all of us should come on the camera or at least try to understand and create the content of whatever the problems you are solving for a day-to-day basis of your students. Then the commercial. So as you know, we are tracking everything for the revenue. So when it comes to the commercial, you should make sure that your pipeline as well as the marketing needs and everything should be visible to you as a business owner. So this will definitely help you to understand more about the leads, how are they and where they are performing, how good are and at what cost you are bringing down to your businesses. So next is the understanding the conversion problem. So this is the best example. Like let's suppose if people are finding you but they are not buying it from you, then there are actually multiple reasons. There are the three reasons which could be the reasons of it because they're not buying from you. One is the trust, yes, definitely. Second one is unclear positioning, and third one is not the right fit. So understand first one is the trust. So they're not confident. It's not about the issue that whether you deliver it or not. They just don't get the confidence of that you will you be the right person to get what they want. So try to understand, ask more questions, what is their objections and what exactly the problematic area which they're finding it to get your trust back. This could help you to solve that trust issue. Second one is the unclear positioning. So that is a gap between what you're saying and what you're delivering. So align with your positioning, align with your commitment versus the delivery. So if suppose if something you're not able to deliver, don't overcommit or don't say it that you will deliver it. So in that way, you will align whatever your positioning is and it will help you to get the more trust of it. And third one is not the right fit. As you must have seen, every student whoever comes down or walk into your consultancy is not the right fit for to go abroad. So you as a consultant or a subject matter expert, you should find out who are they and how to mitigate the risk for your business so that they don't go just and make a bad publicity for you. So in that way, you understand the conversion problem and it will help you to get the more of the leads, whatever coming to your way. So if you understand more of these, but I would say there are specific ways as well as the tools to get the particular the leads for your consultancy. Let's go and understand one by one. So there are more than 9 ways how you create the leads for your consultancy. So first one is the search base or what we call as the intent based leads. So these are the high intent leads which are basically come through your Google organic, SEO, AEO, GEO and whatever terms comes under the AI search visibility. So if you are there and answering the questions of your students, you will get it ranked and you will get the leads of the high intent which are looking for the answers for their current situation. So try to work it on and get the maximum exposure on organic search. Then second one is the local directories, local businesses. So just like Just Style, India Mart, Suleika, and College Dekho, and there are multiple directories which are particularly local as well as the local, regional as well as the niche specific. So you should be part of it. One thing that even if you don't want to buy any specific services from them, then I feel you will get to know what exactly going on into your particular market as well as in your niche. This will help you to get the advantage over the others. So third is the social proof as well as the comparison content. So as a consultant, you shouldn't be scared enough to create the comparison. So instead of that, creating a normal contribution, create a bold enough to create the good content like top 10 consultant in your city, like top 10 consultant in national city, like best consultant in your city. So likewise, this content will definitely help you to get more advantage over the others as well as to get the more confidence from your customers so that they come and see you as a trusted authority partner. Next one is the paid ads. As you know, the most of the or major of the leads or the sources of the leads come through the Meta, Google's, and other platforms. But there is a problem here. Whatever the leads you don't get a direct convergence. You have to work them through the cold audience to warm as well as the hot. So you have to make them run it through the complete funnel. Fifth one would be your referral as well as the word of mouth. As you know, the alumni network, your college tabs, coaches, institutes, and cross referrals. So these are the ways where you can create the good alumni as well as the community of your referrals, which can help you to get the more conversion as well as they can become the brand ambassador of your brands, which can promote and get you the leads with the most efficient as well as the high intent one. The next one is the webinars as well as the fairs and offline events. If you see, the webinars will work really well to gather and educate the larger masses or as well as the larger audience, as well as if it is could be the country specific, the industry collaborations or fair. This will give you the more advantage compared to others whom are not doing in this particular industry. So if you really leverage this channel, they are definitely going to give you the good quality as well as the high convertible leads. The next one is the WhatsApp and messaging automation. As you know, we are integral part of using the WhatsApp for our day-to-day communication. But do you wonder you can create much more than that? Yes, you can create the community which is the free of cost, which help you to get more of from your customer as well as to make them engage, as well as you can make them a part of a consistent follow up with the drip email as well as the WhatsApp integration. The next one is the content to lead. So comparison guides, lead magnets, exclusive cost evaluations, and what's not. So there are many ways you can create the content based lead magnet, which can help them to identify your prospect from cold audience to the warm audience as well as the hot leads, which help them to get them warm itself before they come to you. So these are the type of contents which help you. Last but not the least, the offline as well as the traditional hoardings. So if you really find out the good area, maybe it could be near of college areas like schools and other things where students are there, you can use them for the hoarding purposes, offline brochures, leaflets, and distribution and everything. So they can help you to get at least a buzz of the word of your consultancy, which can create some good traction for this activity. So if you see, these are the major 9 channels. With the help of that, you can create the leads. You can define it and you can prioritize as per your budget, time, and availability of the resources. They will definitely help you to get it through. So the last one is the real lesson. So once you clearly label your problem, whether it is demand problem, distribution problem, or the conversion problem, only then you can choose and pick one of the issues. I am definitely confident if you are into business, your problem or your consultancy must be facing either of these problems. So better to identify those problems and then work around those problems and create a custom detailed map to tackle it and come over it. And if you want something help to creating some dedicated as well as a customizable plan for your businesses, we can help you out. So there is a link down in the comment section. Go and check it out. Book a call. One of our executive will be there, and we find if you are suitable to work with us, we can definitely help you to get the things go ahead with less amount of time and everything. So till then, if you like this video, do like it, comment it, whatever you like, and even if you don't like it, do share your feedback in the comment section so that we can improve. Until the next video, have a great day. Thank you. Jai Hind.